no photo. So the most crucial moment of his life of his short life as a samurai fan, and he wasn't able to take a picture like every time he did take pictures. Oh, that must be upsetting. Oh man. Huh. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. What? Yeah. I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. The Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. But the lens wouldn't open in time. It's a digital camera. Hold it. When the lens opened, what did you see? A person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened, yup. That's all? Yeah, I told you, I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Press him harder. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackens. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey. Bullseye. How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackens. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late. So I erased them. Yeah, that's easy. I took a few shots, but it was too late to... it was too late. So I erased them. Nah, man. Gotcha. Oh, gotcha. Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you're followed with something bad. Yeah, because you're lying. Just want to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam. I got 'em all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Yep. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackens. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all these pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. True. Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. Take a look. No, wait, no way. Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. Wait, did we? And what a truth it is. So he only takes pictures of the victorious blows of the samurai. So if he didn't take a picture, so if there's no picture in his scrapbook, the samurai lost. Wait, what? Are we sure about this, Mia? Did he actually? Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? The photos were blurry. He erased them by mistake. The Steel Samurai didn't win. Oopsie. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way, no. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose, yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Order, order, I will have order. Yeah, you always want to have order. Bruh. Witness. I mean Cody. Is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Wait. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order, yeah. Calm down. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Wait. So, was Jackhammer wearing the costume? I don't know. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Hammer was the victim, right? Yeah. So Hammer was the murderer. And the Steel Samurai was the victim. Because no one knows who's under that mask. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order. Yeah. So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim? Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run through that morning. True. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. True. But wait. Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbeck said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1. Did I see a pro old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. He'd already gone to the studio before... Yeah. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. Huh? I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, photo on my digital camera. Ah. What is it? What? Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Sniff. Here, this is it. Is it picture 2? Studio 2? Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I give it back. Wait. Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. What? Find the inconsistency in the photo. Well, here's the 2 in the normal way. And here is it studio, there's a T, okay. So there's missing duct tape, right? Blah blah blah. So it's either the spear or it is... They were saying he went to Studio 1, but this is a 2. We'll see. I see a gauge. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. Yeah, how rude of us. I'll use the studio guide map. So the body was found here. Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Studio 2, right? Here, it's Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path was blocked. The path to the trailer was blocked, so we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember, Mr. Salmonella's testimony allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2. Yeah, as you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. Yeah, at 2:30. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss Dee Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. One of them did it. Order. Yeah. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbeck, saw was the victim, Mr. Jackhammer. Mr. Jackhammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. What? This is madness. Jackhammer is the victim. The victim. Why would he steal a steel samurai? Yeah, we don't know. Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no. Of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jackhammer, stole the costume. Can we use the sleeping pills? I have proof. Do I have proof? We have the sleeping pills. Do we press on that? Do we not press on that? Yes or no? Come on. That's the only proof we have. If we press on that, we have to use the sleeping pills. There's nothing else left. I have proof. I have proof. You do? You do? Now that they're surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right though. Here's my proof that Jackhammer stole the costume. This is it. An empty medicine bottle. I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. But how do we prove that? Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions. Yes. There's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle, right? Fingerprint it. Do we test Powers' blood? Fingerprint it? Or examine Hammer's body? Well, test Powers' blood. Powers still alive and it's 2 days, so it's nothing in his blood anymore about that, I think. Fingerprint the bottle if we haven't touched it. Examine Hammer's body. What would that do? We need to fingerprint it. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on his bottle. Yep. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. It's gone. Given to the judge. Yeah, we gave it to him. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldbeck may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1 but Studio 2, true. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder, yeah. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Okay. Let me try and guess. He would dress up as the Steel Samurai to go to the director and the producer, who were eating steak at that time, to convince them, since the character is wearing a mask, that he's a better actor for the leading role of the Steel Samurai, since he was a big star in the past and can't handle that he's only the villain. Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. Wow, that's a lot of homework for, yeah, one day. Mr. Edgeworth, you will need to reconsider your stance in this case. True, true, true. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Yeah, the grand finale. Very well, court is adjourned. Alright, so we're done here. Defendant lobby number 1. Whew. Close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seemed so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. Okay. To be continued. Okay, let's save. Let's save. Let's go. I'm curious. Let's move on. Let's move on. One sec. Right and cool. Okay. Let me get this text message and then we'll move on. All right. Moving on. Moving on. Let's see. Close one. Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya is back. Maya, yeah. So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow. Good going, Nick. Okay. Let's finish this case and go for lunch. Because when I see Maya, I only think of food. Good going. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that systems, trials have to end in 3 days? Pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Okay, I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Huh. Was Maya always this excitable? Yeah. Any ideas? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So no. Sorry. So no. I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to Will Powers. Right. Okay. Let's move to the detention center. The visitor's room. Talk to me. You did very well again today, thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick. You must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey. Will, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. Ha! I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please behave. No laughing matter here. Alright, so talk. Producer Diva, could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer. She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. Genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong? Nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Sir Manella. Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eyes. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sir Manella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high. So high that I can touch the sky. And all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Rude. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. Well, he was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. 5 years. 5 years ago. Let's go to the studio. Here we go again. Here we go again. Wait. Dot. The old windbag sure is quite today. Why though? You know this place is really peaceful like this. Nothing? Nick? I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. Dot. You eat, you die. Okay. She's alive. I was wondering about Diva, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. Yeah, I can see that. So she always gets away. She seems bitter, yeah. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her. So sorry. Okay. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Well, why would anyone like being treated like dirt? I can't get into that. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today. Cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You'd drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal and a thief. I won't forget this. She's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would you steal Powers' costume so you could sneak by me? He would never stood so low, it's impossible. Sneak by her. Maybe he was sick of her, being a fanboy. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Yeah. No touching. Look who's here. It's Dick. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. Yeah, I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. The green thing here looks odd. The remains of the employee's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. We know that. Nothing? Ah, nothing. Huh. I don't know. Sleeping pill traces. We already know that. It's a lot easier to grab pills, blah blah blah, so... It's not locked. Yeah, let's go there. So you're looking for a trace of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. Okay, so basically like a peeing test or when you test for blood. Neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Come on, do it. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record. Found in the on it are traces of sleeping pills. And a large bomb. Okay, let's go. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think? Dick? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his... What? And he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Oh. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Cameron's prints on the bottle. Oh yeah, so that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. See, fingerprints. Nice, thank you. Oh, hello, Penny. What are you doing here? I was just cleaning up the dressing room, I guess. Willpower won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? Willpower is innocent. Yes, and I am really grateful for all you've done. But... this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. Oh, no. For real, for real? I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes. On the day of the murder he went to Studio 2. Oh, I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. What rumors? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. Yeah, I know what dirt is. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Huh. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. True. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. What's the policy of them? Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. And this is? A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. What? Let's go. What happened? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbeck. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she talk. Okay, let's go. Let's go. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darnedest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. Okay. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. Let's talk to her. What happened? 5 years ago. Huh. I want to ask you about 5 years ago. Okay, I don't want to ask you about 5 years ago. But I do. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Was that Slicky assistant? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? The whippersnappers. Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I'm sorry, Miss Oldbeck, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Here's my proof. What? What's the little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's the proof that he used those pills on Powers? Yeah, well, here. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so. This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. She will snap at me at one point and hit me in the face. Or do an RKO or some sort of wrestling move. The people's elbow. Come on, don't snap. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Okay. Okay, you win. I'll talk. We got her. She cracked. Finally, after 4 hours. Whew. I'm tired, see? I'm tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbeck. You're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. What? She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbeck. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbeck. What, she crying? No. Here, take this. Is it photo number 1? A photograph? Oh shit. Oh shit. What? What? This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? Holy crap! I remember when I talked about and investigated the fence, but what happened here, I can't examine it, I can't tell anything about it. 5 years ago, okay. Whew. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record shows an accident involving Jack Hammer. Holy shit. Okay. That's proof. Proof. Studio 1 entrance. Who's here? Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Yep. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. True. We're moving there. We're moving there. Ah, there she is. Dee Vasquez. Studio 2 entrance. Hey Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello. Hello. Bye. I should try. Should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. Yeah, that's all she had to say apparently. Sure, Mr. Hammer. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh, 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 shh. Perhaps he didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Let's talk about Will Powers then. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Come on. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manala. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. Cool. Thanks for talking to me. Really appreciate it. Let's go on the trailer then. Hey, wait a sec. Move, move, move. Examine, slide. Here, Q. And then I want to examine this one. Now I can. No. Damn it. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. That fence looks dangerous. Yeah, so this is where the person died. Nice. Okay. Let's go inside. Studio 2 trailer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Coffee? Oh yes. One last sip. And we're done. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Maybe. Or she was lying. Maybe she was lying. Let's see. Is there anything we need from here? Or is this just old news? Set to use for the stem. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. Can't believe they spent that much money on those sets. Okay. That's all. We know that. Yeah, okay. It's nothing new. Yeah. Okay, let's leave. Wait. One last try. Nothing in here. Just some paper cups. Okay. Move. Outside. Can we talk to her again? We can. Can we present something that makes her talk? The picture of the murder? The accident? She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. I know. Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. The huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. How? Nick, she went inside the trailer. Let's go. Huh, you came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? She's trying to bribe us. Or kill us. Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for pity change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? A murder. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Well, where's your proof? Can you prove it? She looks angry, man. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. No way. What? This is valuable evidence, boys. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should Dee Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. Wait. No! Oh, where are we going? Dick. To the rescue. Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. Dee Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears that this contest will be decided tomorrow then in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Huh. Oof. You okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Yeah. Me too. Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay. I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Whew. Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? Dee Vasquez. To be continued. Whew. That was close. Too close for comfort. Too close for comfort. Yes, I want to save. I want to save it. Come on. Whew. Too close for comfort. Too close for comfort. Okay. Alright, so the final day of the trial is coming up of the murder case of Willpower and Jack Hammer. Whew. So Dee Vasquez is in it deep with her mafia connections and the murder 5 years ago that forced Jack Hammer to do a lot of shitty stuff. And some things led to another where he got himself killed at the end. But we'll continue that later on this day and take a break for now. Gotta run some errands and do some stuff. But I'll be back at 7:30, 7:30 p.m. today, Central Europe Standard Time. So thanks for tuning in, and be sure to tune in later today. And I'll catch you later.